Another Apple story here. At long last, will Apple drop numbered iPhones? So there's this new rumor that's emerged that we've all been calling this next iPhone the iPhone 11 or XI as the numeral for 411 because the last one was 10. And what else are you going to call it? There's been a couple reports, some speculation now that it's about time for Apple to be done with the numbers in general. Now, Will, you and I have discussed this in the past, how it's getting difficult, the naming situation. Mm-hmm. You and I have both talked about how cars don't have a number associated with just a model year to go with them. The numbers have been around for a while as a quick indication of which one is newer. And in technology, that's helpful, I think, for people. It has proven to be helpful. But then things got crazy because first of all, you got up into really high numbers. You had number games going on where you would have a skip, like they skipped a number to get higher, to get, they got up quicker. So it seems bigger. So it seems better when compared to the competition. So there was never an iPhone 9, for example. Mm-hmm. They went to 10 and then people were like, well, it's the 10th anniversary of iPhones. So that makes sense. But it's just, this year will be the 13th generation of iPhone. So talk about confusing because you had S's at different times. Then you had numbers. It's like, which one? Let's go one way or the other. What are we really doing? So anyway, the speculation is they move on, they get fresh, and that maybe this next iPhone is just iPhone and iPhone Pro and iPhone Pro Max. And then it's up to the individual to know which year model it is. And you could continue forward from that point forward. You would just have the 2019, the 2020, and so forth. And it would be up to you to know the difference. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the consumer is ready for this. We've talked about it, but if it's actually here, it'll be interesting to see what that does from a sales perspective. Because, of course, when the commercials come on TV, it's like a really big part of it, a key indication for people. And I don't know. I guess it's just a transition that people would have to get used to. It seems to be okay for cars.
Right.
But then again, people hold on to cars longer, don't they? You're not going to have a car. You're not going to get a new car every year, most people. Mm-hmm. So maybe there was less of a need for that indication with vehicles. That said, the way people are interacting with their smartphones is changing, and they're holding on to those phones for longer also. Mm-hmm. So now maybe phone ownership is more like a car where you have it for 3 years, 4 years, something like this, and it becomes less important, the number on it. So anyway, it's speculation at the moment. We've, of course, talked about what to expect in many ways about these next iPhones. We've showcased the upcoming camera layout, and this is going to be a substantial difference, I guess, from the previous version, the current version. So much so that you should be able to see visually. There's a pretty strong visual indicator from a speculation perspective as far as what the rear of it's going to look like. So that's helpful. Unlike an S model, where it was like, it didn't look like a new model, but they had to tell you it was a new model.
Right.
This one should be helped by the fact that it's going to look substantially different. So it could be a good model to just get rid of the number on if they're going to do it. But then if they want to use the same design every single year, then does the S stick around? So would it be, maybe that's what happens. Maybe it goes iPhone S. iPhone Pro S. It's painful. I'm in pain.
Tough.
I'm in pain right now.
It's really tough.
I'm in pain right now thinking about it. Honestly, yeah, maybe we just get over it. Maybe we just go cold turkey, forget about the numbers. You know what? I think it would be a courageous thing to do. And you talk about a lot about courage with Apple, This would be one that would be a bold move. If they really do it, you picture that branding, you picture that commercial, just iPhone.
Mm-hmm. Start fresh.
Yeah. I support it if they want to do it, but I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. We'll see.